Every day we go to lunch and we want to decide what's the best, healthiest option for us. And typically we try to pick between low carbs or low calories, low fat. So what I did was I went out and I found a registered dietitian who can tell us what's the best thing we should do every time we go out to lunch. Her name is Rachel Fox, and here she is to join us.
Thank you for having me.
I guess there's two theories of thought here.
Right, so there's two ways to buy food. You can either purchase all natural foods and get things that have less ingredients, no preservatives, stuff like that. Or you can go for calories, fat, cholesterol, sodium, each different nutrient separately. So it depends on which way you want to eat. I go for more eating the natural foods.
That's a great point, because I'm a big advocate of spray butter because it's typically 0 carbs, 0 calories.
Well, what's the serving size on that?
1 spray.
1 spray. So how many sprays do you usually use?
Probably 10.
10.
10 to 15.
So they can put 0 fat, 0 calories on that because they make the grams of fat below 0.5 grams so they don't have to claim it. So if you do get 10 sprays, then you're adding 0.5 10 times. So you're actually getting calories when it says that you're not.
So even though I'm getting 10 calories, wouldn't this be a better choice than actually going with regular margarine that has more than 10 calories?
Well, if you had regular butter, which is a real food that your body knows what it is, it wouldn't have any trans fats in it. You wouldn't have to worry about it because your body knows what to do with real food. If it is trans fats, which I'm not sure if those particular brands have that, but trans fats will circulate in your body forever and you don't know how to metabolize them.
So you're saying that if I was to use 10 sprays of this butter, that my body would never actually get rid of it?
Right, because you don't know how to metabolize it.
So another thing that I typically do when I go out is I try to go for the meal that's less carbs and is max amount of protein. So every time we go to lunch, if I'm going out, that's what I try to do. Is that probably the best thing for me to do when I'm ordering food?
Avoiding carbs is not the way to go. Your body needs carbs. You need over 50% of your diet needs to be from carbohydrate, and that comes from a lot of different foods. Carbs are your brain food, so you need that. So instead of avoiding them, choose better carbs. So choose brown rice, whole wheat pasta, whole wheat wraps or pita, or even sweet potatoes instead of a regular potato. So there are ways to get around it and still eat healthy and still eat carbs.
So if I'm making a lunch using the brown rice, the sweet potatoes, the whole grain pastas and things, I don't have time for that to make a meal every single day. So what do you suggest that I do if I don't have time to make a meal every single day?
Pick one day of the week that you know you have less work to do, or a day on the weekend. Pick a recipe that you know how to make and that you're confident making, and make a lot of it. And put it in separate containers that, little Tupperware containers, individually portioned. Put some of them in the freezer for later and put some of them in the fridge. So then if you're in a pinch and you can't pack a lunch, then grab one out of the freezer and you got one.
What are a few things that you suggest that I always pack in my lunch or that I bring to work so I'm not starving at lunch, or I have enough food to get me through the day?
If you're going to have a snack, make sure that it has high protein and high fiber.
Okay.
So a high protein would be Greek yogurt. This has a lot more protein than, say, regular yogurt does. So that's why it makes it better. Protein leaves your stomach slower, so it keeps you full longer. So things that have fiber would be fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, anything plant-based.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that it has protein and fiber. You could do like an apple and a string cheese because the string cheese has protein in it, the apple has fiber.
Okay. And that's something that we want to stick to. Is there a time that you suggest people eat when they get to work, like a normal 9 to 5? Do you have a time frame that they should start eating? Because I'm hungry around 9:30, 10 o'clock.
That's when I have my snack.
Really?
10 o'clock, and then like 2:30.
And that's all?
3.
That's all you eat through the day?
I eat lunch. I eat breakfast, then a snack at 10, lunch at like 12:15, 12:30. Then I have a snack at 3, and then I eat dinner.
We want to thank Rachel again for coming out, showing us a couple things that every guy should know before they buy a lunch. Rachel, before we let the audience go, what are a few things that they should never forget when they're getting a lunch?
Sure. Make sure it's all natural, keep it high protein, and keep it high fiber.
Rachel, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Being a guy isn't easy. We're here to help. And we'll be right back with more Help the Other Guy.